जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांगो गंधर्विका गिरिधारी जी की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांगो श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्त्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांगो श्री श्री राधा नयननाथ जी की जय। जय श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ देव की जय। जय नित्यलीला प्रेष्ठों विष्णुपाद परमहंस शास्त्र सचिशिला भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीला प्रेष्ठों विष्णुपाद परमहंस शास्त्र सचिशिला भक्ति दैता माधव गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीला प्रेष्ठों विष्णुपाद परमहंस शास्त्र सचिशिला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जय। जय परमहंस शिला गौर किशोर दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय शिला सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। जय वैष्णव सार्वभौम शिला जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय श्री रूपानुग गुरुवरे की जय। जय श्री रूपानुग गुरुवरे की जय। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वसदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपी गोवर्धन वृंदावन श्री राधा कुंद श्याम कुंद आत्मक श्री ब्रज मंदिर की जय। जय श्री नवदीप धाम की जय। जय श्री पुरुषोत्तम धाम की जय। जय श्री बलदेव सुभद्रा जगन्नाथ श्री सुदर्शन चक्र जी की जय। जय श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी देवी की जय। जय सर्वविघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नृसिंह देव की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय समागत भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि वंदे हम श्री गुरो श्री जुता पादकमला श्री गुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्री रूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तां सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद Shri Advaita Gadadara Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hari Bol 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 Hari Bol. We are hearing SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM. Now Prachetas prayed to Supreme Lord and they got his blessing, and then they returned home to that kingdom, and that Prachina Barhishat already left, so the kingdom was neglected and trees were growing everywhere and they were very tall, as if to obstruct the path to the heavenly planets. These trees had covered the entire surface of the world. At this time, the Prachetas became very angry. Up to this point we heard yesterday. Tatogni Maruto Rajan Amunchan Mukatorusha Mahim Nirviruddham Kartum Samvartaka Ivatyaye. My dear king, at the time of devastation, Lord Shiva emits fire and air from his mouth out of anger. To make the surface of the earth completely treeless, the Prachetas also emitted fire and air from their mouths. Here in the commentary, Srila Bhaktivinoda Swami Maharaj writes, in this verse, Vidur is addressed as Rajan, which means O King. In this regard, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur comments that a Dhira never becomes angry because he is always situated in devotional service. Advanced devotees can control their senses, therefore a devotee can be addressed as Rajan. A king controls and rules in various ways among citizens. Similarly, one who can control his senses is the king of his senses. He is a Swami or Goswami. The Swamis and Goswamis are therefore sometimes addressed as Maharaj or king. we find this word dhira in Rupa Goswami's verse, which is actually coming from Mahabharata. He took it from their same verse. Vacho vegam, manasakroda vegam, jiva vegam, udaropasta vegam, jovishaheta dhira, sarvam apimam pritrim sashishat. One who is dhira means sober person. He can control these 6 urges of speech, mind, anger, tongue, genitals, belly, and he can govern the whole world if he has such. And this is possible only if you are completely surrendered to Supreme Lord. That is why Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in that verse about Guru, he wrote that you can recognize a Guru by this quality, that he is not under control of lust, anger, greed, and these 6 urges. So he is called Swami or Goswami or Maharaj. There was one brahmachari, Prabhupada's disciple. He was very good devotee, though he was brahmachari, but everyone called him Sajjan Maharaj. He asked Prabhupada that I am staying in the mat for a very long time, but I feel I didn't get anything. Then all others also, they came to listen what Prabhupada will say, because they had same question, same feeling. Then there are 2 answers. One answer is, we heard from our Gurudev, who heard it from Param Gurudev. Prabhupada said, you did not get Harinam? They said, yes, we got Harinam. Then Prabhupada said, then you got everything. Harinam is Hari, is not different from complete reality. So everything is there in Harinam. This is one thing. Another answer from Srila Bhakti Rakshidhar Dev Goswami Maharaj, Prabhupada said, really you think like this, that you didn't get anything? They said, yes. Then he said, then it is very good. Very good? Go. Continue your service. Means, if we think that when we are approaching unlimited reality, that one day, or that something we got, we possess something, that means we didn't come in actual contact with absolute reality. If we think we got something, but when you feel the need and that there is more and you are never satiated, that is a healthy sign. Not to become proud, but to always be humble. So Prabhupada asked them, really you feel like this, you didn't get anything? Then they said yes. Then he said, this is a healthy sign. You go, continue. Like, I have no attraction for holy name. One who is having complete immersion in Harinam and realizing Harinam, the reality of Harinam, he will feel like this or say like this. I have no liking for Harinam, and he will say, I never worshipped Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Like this mood will come. Narottam Thakur said, whole life I spoiled. I did not worship Radha Krishna, I did not worship Gauranga, because they have that contact. So in relation to that unlimited reality, you feel like this. I have nothing. I am lowest. I have nothing. So that is healthy sign. But immediately if there is any pride, that is unhealthy. That will ruin your bhajan. So like Shiva uses anger and that fire to destroy for the service of Krishna, they also made this fire and they cleared for the creation. Nowadays it is just the opposite. We are cutting trees and disturbing the ecosystem. But that time was different. There was no one that time. So they had to clear for creation. So there you will find in Upadeshamrita also, Prabhupada is explaining that one who can control the senses, he can only be called Goswami. Not just anyone. Nowadays it is in India, or like these families, it is like a surname. You have one name and surname is Goswami. Whether he has control over the senses or not, it doesn't matter. Only his surname. But 6 Goswamis, they are Goswamis. And those who are controlling senses. Our Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur had disciple who was household disciple, Professor Sanyal. He is very dedicated, completely surrendered soul to Prabhupada. He was university professor and household, married, children, and doing job, but fully surrendered to Prabhupada. But Prabhupada, for him, he said, he is Prakrita Sannyasi or Swami, natural, because fully dedicated. And he had another disciple, also that time was first, he was a householder, Kunja Babu. For him also Prabhupada said, if I could get such renunciation as you have, I would be fortunate. Means renunciation means how much you are dedicated to the service of Krishna. And you gave up all other engagements. That is called Goswami, Maharaj, Swami, like this. But you have Ravan. He took the dress of a Swami or Tridandi Swami, but was full of lust inside and wanted to abduct Sita. So you cannot judge by cloth only or ashram. Krishna knows what is in someone's heart. And if you are sincere for devotion, then you will not be deceived. Krishna will reveal to you who is the real devotee. Bhasma sat kriyamanam tan druman vikshya pitamaha agata shamayam asa putran barhishmatanayai. Also this word dhira, here Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur mentions in that verse about Raslila. There it is written dhira word. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains that dhira means one who has faith in Shastra. And when Shastra says that by devotional practice of Shravan Kirtan, you can remove all lust, anger, greed, all this, one who has such faith, though he may not be pure yet, but he has faith in this word of Shastra, he is also called dhira, sober. But if someone is jnani, then he may think how it is possible to get bhakti. You need qualification. Like for karma, when you do, and then nishkama karma, by that nishkama karma means out of duty you do prescribed duties, then that will purify your heart. Then when you will have pure heart, then jnana will appear. Na shochati na kankshati, Brahma sareshu bhuteshu. That Brahma Bhutta Prasanatma na shochati na kankshati. When you have no kanksha, no desire, no lust, then jnana will come. So how bhakti can come when there is lust in the heart? They doubt. But for devotion, adhikar or eligibility qualification is different. In 11th canto Bhagavatam, Krishna says, I gave 3 paths for the elevation of jivas according to their eligibility. Those who want worldly things, for them they should do karma yoga or karma kand. Then when they will do varna ashram, these things, first they will do, but they will want to enjoy some fruits. Then they will do out of duty, not to enjoy the results. Then doing that, they will come to purification of heart. Then they will want liberation. Then they are eligible for jnana. But there is another path, bhakti. Bhakti, who is eligible, who is qualified, one who awakened faith in my Harikatha. And he is not envious of me. He likes to hear Harikatha, glories of me. He has taste for Harikatha. He is eligible for bhakti. Only that faith is necessary, not purification of heart, but faith. So, and then Krishna says, though devotee may not be fully free from kama, but he knows that is not good, but he cannot give up also. So he should not stop worshipping me. He should continue worshipping me and accept those things with this regret, with repentance. This is not good what I'm doing. Not with adoration, but not with repentance, regret. Then gradually he can become pure. So for bhakti you don't need pure heart, but you need faith. There are so many jnanis and yogis, they may be very much purified from this worldly lust like this, but they have no faith in Supreme Lord. But someone may be devotee, he has faith, and he may have more lust than them. But by that practice of devotion, he will quickly become free. That is, Krishna is saying in Gita, apichet suduracharo bhajate mam ananya bhak sadur eva samantavya sambhyak vyabhasatu hisa kipram bhavati dharmatma shashva chantim nigachati kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. Krishna is telling, someone has one pointed faith in me. He is worshipping only me, not any demigods, nothing. He is ananya bhak. Sometimes he may do some immoral activity, wrong, by the pressure of previous bad habits. Still, you should not criticize him, because he is properly determined, properly engaged. So you should see this good quality of him, that he is a sadhu, he is a devotee. This point you should see, faith and his effort. Because Kipram Bhavati Dharmatma, very quickly he will become fully pure. Then Krishna told to Arjuna, you tell to all other practitioners, karmis, jnanis, yogis, demigod worshippers, anyone, you tell them that my devotee will never be destroyed and very quickly he will gain full purification, which they cannot attain that purification by those, but very quickly. So bhakti process is very powerful, but sincerity is necessary, that faith and sincerity. So in this way they can be. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that dhira is one who has faith in bhakti and in this devotional scriptures process. Then by that process he will purify lust and everything. But our Prabhupada, because Acharyas, they are one in their purpose. They are all servants of Krishna. But according to time, place, circumstance, they are giving instructions. Like what Narad Goswami told to those sons of Daksha Prajapati, that is the same as our Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote or sang in his own language, in Bengali, and according to our present condition. So, like that, Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, he explained that Dhira means one who has controlled his senses by having firm faith in Krishna, Shraddhanvita, and he is hearing Harikatha from bona fide source. So, and he got that control, so he is a Dhira, he can hear, because there was particular purpose behind that. So Acharyas, only you have to see whether he is a real Acharya or not. As Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur explained, if he is not under control of anger, because he is always situated in devotional service, then he is a pure devotee, he is Guru. So what he is doing, we cannot judge. What he is doing is for the satisfaction of Krishna. You may understand or not how this is according to Shastra, because you are not understanding. But by his devotion, he is not committing any mistake. He is inspired by Krishna to instruct in this way because of reasons. And also today I was hearing one Harikatha from Srila Bhakti Kakshidhar Dev Goswami Maharaj. He told that one very big advocate or judge or something, some high position and rich person in Kolkata, he was seeing that diorama exhibition in Gauriya Math, Bagh Bazar, Kolkata, and he became disturbed that why you are disturbing people, you are showing such things, because Prabhupada in diorama, he showed many things what pseudo apasampradayas they are doing in the name of devotion, like shalagram they are using to break peanuts, or so many things doing, collecting money for that, many things. Then he was disturbed. Then Prabhupada was there also, and he told him, you are disturbing. Then Prabhupada said, no, this is meant not for disturbing, this is meant to educate people, that they should not be misled by such anti-devotional practices in the name of devotion. I am trying to educate them. It is for their own good. Like he was explaining to him that. Then that man said, oh, you want to convert me? You want to convert me also? You want to convert me? Then Prabhupada directly said, yes, I want to convert you. And I will not need even 5 minutes to convert you, if you just give me little attention. Then you will understand that what I want to give you is for your own good. And that because that verse is there in Bhagavatam, Prahlad Maharaj said that those Sanda and Tamarka and these conditioned souls, they don't know what is in their self-interest. That Vishnu Bhakti is in their self-interest. They don't understand it because they are covered. So Prabhupada told, yes, if you give me little attention, then you will understand that I want to give for your own good what I want to give. And he said, I was alone. But now there are 500 people who are speaking on my behalf. So I will not need 5 minutes to convert you. Then he converted him, because that is compassion. This is not ego, false ego. That is so much compassion in Prabhupada, in real devotee. Because they don't understand what is in their self-interest. But Prabhupada is that premic devotee, highest type of devotee, so he had such power. He converted everyone immediately. So, and what he did was for our good. He showed these are wrong practices in the name of devotion. I forgot, but somewhere I have written there in Bharati Maharaja's book what kind of dioramas he was showing to educate people. This was also his new style that time. Before him, no one did like this. or like nowadays we have videos and these things, modern technology, but Prabhupada used that thing. So the point is dhira, one who is dhira, one who has firm faith in devotion, and by sadhana he will, bhakti sadhana, there are so many sadhanas, karma, gyan, yoga, all sadhanas, but bhakti sadhana, if you have faith you can do. That is why the most easy and the most effective process is for chanting Harinam. You don't need any Sanskrit knowledge, this nothing you need. Only you need faith, and you have to accept Krishna Nam. Mahamantra you have to chant with faith. Then everything you will get. You will get purification of heart, Cheto Darpana Marjanam. You will get liberation, Bhava Mahadavagni Nirvapanam. Then Shreya Koyarva Chandra, appearance of Supreme Lord you will get. Then Vidya Abadu Jivanam, also all knowledge you will get of who you are eternally, your Siddha Swarup, you will know that knowledge. Then taste you will get every step, and that increased taste, and everything will be only by chanting Harinam. That is devotional practice, because Harinam is non-different from Krishna, is all powerful. That is true, but he will reveal himself, those who have surrendered to him, those who have devotion to him, he will descend to them. Then he will do all this. That is why this Sankirtan word is there. Proper chanting. Not just any chanting for entertainment or for name and fame or for something. No. Sankirtan, sincere chanting without offenses for Krishna satisfaction, then you will get everything. After seeing that all the trees on the surface of the earth were being turned to ashes, Lord Brahma immediately came to the sons of King Barhishman and pacified them with words of logic. Tatra Vashishta ye vriksha bhita duhitaram tada. Ujahru ste prachetobhya upadishta swayambhuva. The remaining trees, being very much afraid of the prachetas, immediately delivered their daughter at the advice of Lord Brahma, that daughter with whom they have to marry. That was instructed by Supreme Lord. That Kundu Sadhu was doing bhajan, but Indra was envious. Then he sent that Apsara one. Then they got child, and she left, and the trees were taking care of that child, daughter. Te cha Brahmana Adeshan, Pramlocha was her name, Kandu and Pramlocha, society girl. Te cha Brahmana Adeshan, Marisham Upa Yemire, Yasya Mahat Avagyanat, Ajanyajana Yoni Jaha. Following the order of Lord Brahma, all the prachetas accepted the girl as their wife. From the womb of this girl, the son of Lord Brahma named Daksha took birth. Daksha had to take birth from the womb of Marisha due to his disobeying and disrespecting Lord Mahadeva, Shiva. Consequently, he had to give up his body twice. This is also, you will find many people, modern like society, though it is very sinful, but they will be disturbed by such things if they hear. That is why even Bhagavatam, you cannot speak like here and there. Our Parangurus said those who have no faith in Krishna, in Supreme Lord, they should not touch Bhagavatam. Because first you have to read Gita. Then when you will have faith in Krishna and Sharanagati to Krishna, then you can read Bhagavatam. Otherwise, they will be disturbed. Why one girl, so many, she will marry and they will produce children. This is not good. Or why girls should be married at a young age. They don't have freedom of choice. They are not even 18 years old and they just have to be married. Like this, so many things they will not understand. Vedic society, and that is no any impurity there and no any wrong, but they are not able to understand. So you have to be careful. Or like why women they are mentioned in Shastra, they are less intelligent, then they will be upset. So because at that time they were not educated in Vedic scriptures, their duty was to serve husband, and by that they got all knowledge, and through Mahabharata they got all. But immediately when they will see less intelligent or Papa Johnny, then sinful birth, then they will become upset. Equal rights, this is all wrong, this religion, all this. So you have to be careful because they will not properly understand what is behind, and that there is nothing wrong, and that this is different ages and everything. I have this experience. They challenge why this your Vedic society, because they cannot understand. But that is why our Gurudev, he did not give importance that you have to follow Varna Ashram Dharma like in form. Because for what Varna Ashram Dharma is meant for devotees, Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote that devotees, they have faith in Krishna, but for the maintenance of their body, if they do according to Varna Ashram Dharma, then that will be more easy to earn money, and that is utilized in this. But they will not follow all the rules and regulations, only that which is favorable. So our Gurudev never told to Western devotees that you have to follow like Varna Ashram Dharma or Kshatriya. No, he told is some suitable profession. Though he told that Varna Ashram Dharma is applicable to whole world because of three gunas is everywhere. So those who are Satya Guna predominant, they are Brahmins wherever in the world they are. Maybe they will not say they are Brahmins or like this, but their nature will be like that. And they should be engaged in their suitable occupation. And those who are Rajasic, they will be like Kshatriyas. Those who are Rajasic, Tamasic, Vaishyas, and those who are Tamasic, Shudras. This is same for whole world, the purpose of Varna Ashram Dharma. But he never told about the form, this name. Then people immediately they will protest, upset. Oh, this is that caste system. It is you are in such karma, and then you cannot do anything. Then in India we see how much they are suppressing people. They are low born. They are sinful. They are like, because it is true. Varna Ashram Dharma is fully corrupted and based on birth and like this. So people already they have very bad impression immediately when they hear caste and this caste system, that is in the most worst thing that can be in the world. So then how they can describe? That is why I always say suitable profession according to your nature. And because there in Chaitanya Charitamrita you will find written Mahaprabhu had 3.5 most intimate associates: Swarup Damodar, Raya Ramananda, Shiki Mahiti, and Madhavi Devi. Madhavi Devi is sister of Shiki Mahiti, so she's half because she's woman. So then Gurudev told, nowadays if you say this, then ladies, they will be upset. Because nowadays they are equally educated and they are also getting high positions. They are prime ministers, they are presidents, they are everything. So they will not agree to this, that woman is half. So then Gurudev in smiling way, he said, you should not be disturbed. Half means better half. It is a better half. So what I want to say is that Acharya, he does not have any disrespect to anyone or any oppression to anyone or anything, because he's a realized soul and he sees, and he's instructing according to time, place, circumstances. But if someone who is not realized, he's explaining something in wrong way or not applicable at this time and like this, then people of modern age, they will be fully upset and they will immediately reject. Oh, they are like this. They are minimizing women. Oh, they are immediately they will reject outright. But that is not. No one is minimizing. It is only description of how the system was working, and it was working perfectly. But you have to know how to explain now. Otherwise they will. Even Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he had such circumstance. When he was in India at that time, these English people, they were ruling, so like modern society, at that time modern, and so many Indians, Hindu people, they lost faith in like ancient practices, ancient scriptures, and they liked everything modern. So even scriptures, they wanted to like archaeologically try to find when this scripture was written, when this was like this. So they came up to some different dates than they are written in Shastra. So they were full in that. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur in Krishna Samhita, he said there is ancient method and modern method. So now for the benefit of some, I will write in this way according to modern. According to modern, so that they will be ready to accept, to come to the spiritual platform. Because if someone will open Bhagavatam, then he will find how this is flat earth. Something, such description is there, but it is not. It is only in a certain way described. We will soon come to fifth. And this is not right, science is like this, then you will reject everything. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur made one trick. He said those things which are pertaining to this world, they may be viewed in this way or in this way, that is, you should not be so much bothered. But what is transcendental truth, Tattva, Supreme Lord, this is always unchanging, and that you cannot measure with any your material senses, that is as it is. But for these worldly things, you can little consider like this. So he said, he gave like that option also. Why? Not to immediately lose them. Someone will open Bhagavatam, he will think, oh, this is all science, science says different, so this is all bogus, and they will reject everything. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur made a trick. Then gradually, when they will come to realize transcendental reality and also have more pure perception of reality, how it appears in this world, Shastra is eternal, it only appears like all these things, then they will be able to understand what Bhagavatam says. But on the first look, they will reject because of their modern prejudices. So someone will come, and if you will start explaining caste system, then you are finished. And you will say, women are less intelligent and they are like sinful birth, you are finished, gone. No Krishna, no Jiva, no Atma, Paramatma, you forget. Why? Because of this. Because Vedic society is pure. But how to present it, you must be expert in that, and also to whom, how. Otherwise they will reject you. Because in Bhagavatam it says that moon is more far from earth than the sun. Then what you will say? This is bogus scripture, you will throw in the garbage. Some did like that. So what you will do? That is why our Gurudev never in public, even like this, I never heard him explaining 5th canto, that description of the universe from 5th canto. Never. Because that is not so easy to understand and not so easy to explain why it is described like that, and that is not the main point. Like when this scripture came, when that came, that is not the main point. Main point is spiritual thing. But they like to try to find fault in those things. Like I have one example, my practical example. I was in one class. Then one Maharaj was explaining that Krishna is everywhere. So when you surrender to him, then immediately you are in connection with him. Like nowadays we have internet, and internet is everywhere. So if someone sends me message from India or email, then immediately here I can see it. There is no time for travel. That Maharaj said. Then, because he wanted to give some worldly example of how Krishna is everywhere. But then one person who was hearing, he told me after the class, what Maharaj said is not correct. That there is no time for email to come. I said, I know also that there is time and everything. But that Maharaj obviously was not so much aware of the internet, but he gave such example. So that man told me, so if you see, if they give such examples, then someone who will hear and will see is wrong, then he will reject everything. He will think they don't know mathematics, they don't know this, they don't know this, all this. Then why I should trust him about other things? So that is why preacher has to be careful how to present, so that you don't hit to some prejudice or something, then they will reject. So that you have to be careful. That is why our Parangurudev, it is written in Shastra, Bhagavatam at the beginning, Nirmatsaranam Satam. Who can understand Bhagavatam? Those who are near Matsara, those who are non-envious, those who can hear, those who have faith in hearing about Supreme Lord. Those who are envious, they cannot tolerate someone being superior to them. But if someone has that faith in Krishna and devotion, surrender, then he will be glad to hear Harikatha, glories of Krishna and how his creation like this. He can hear Bhagavatam. Nirmatsaranam, non-envious. But even Gita, Krishna says, don't speak Gita to someone who is envious, because he will go against. So have to be careful that what to speak of Raslila. Our Paranguras, even Bhagavatam, they should not touch if they have no that faith in Krishna. because they will wrongly understand why this girl, one girl, why she has to marry so many these prachetas, and they will all make children in her. What kind of Vedic society? This is your religion. They will throw it because they are not able to understand time, place, circumstance, this, that, what is behind everything. They cannot understand. So you have to be careful. So from the womb of this girl, the son of Lord Brahma named Daksha took birth. Daksha had to take birth from the womb of Marisha due to his disobeying and disrespecting Lord Mahadev Shiva. Consequently, he had to give up his body twice. I also heard one example. One man, he told me, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj told he has no objection that one 12-year-old girl can marry because father arranged her marriage. So what is this, your Gauriya Vaishnavism? I reject fully. What is this? Not even 18 years, she cannot decide for herself, and like this. Because they don't know what was behind the whole picture. They just see this thing. They hear and they think. Already Swami Maharaj explained why in India before they married young or when she became to puberty, like she has that period, she can have children, all these things. Already is explained, but they don't know. And that here there was no any misuse of free will or that it was forced or something. But that person could not understand. He just came across this and fully rejected because of modern prejudices. So you have to be careful. That is why also this is not correct. What devotees, pure devotees say, that information also in one sense it should be available to everyone. That is okay. But also there should be some regulation. What he spoke in private, what he spoke this, all these things, it should not be, because people may misunderstand. Sai Maharaj had no any bad intention or no any nothing this, but they cannot understand because of their prejudices. So here also this prejudice can come. All the prachetas accepted one girl as their wife. So we will be, what is this? We will upset. So Daksha had to take birth from the womb of Marisha due to his disobeying and disrespecting Lord Mahadev Shiva. Consequently, he had to give up his body twice. Here I will read commentary. In this connection, the word Maha Avagyanat is significant. King Daksha was the son of Lord Brahma. Therefore, in a previous birth, he was a Brahmana, but because of his behaving like a non-Brahmana, by insulting or disrespecting Lord Mahadev, he had to take birth within the semen of a Kshatriya. Vaishnava Aparad. That is to say, he became the son of the Prachetas. Not only that, but because of his disrespecting Lord Shiva, he had to undergo the tribulation of taking birth from within the womb of a woman. In the Daksha Yagya area, he was once killed by Lord Shiva's son Virabhadra, we heard before. Because that was not sufficient, he again took birth from the womb of Marisha. At the end of the Daksha Yagya and the disastrous incidents there, Daksha offered his prayer to Lord Shiva. Although he had to give up his body and take birth from the womb of a woman impregnated by the semen of a Kshatriya, he received all opulence by the grace of Lord Shiva. These are the subtle laws of material nature. Unfortunately, people in this modern age do not know how these laws are working. So you see, already in previous life, he disrespected Mahadev. Then again this tendency came when he was Daksha. He disrespected Mahadev. His daughter Sati, he married to Mahadev. Mahadev did not stand up. And again here he misunderstood. Mahadev is giving due respect to all automatically. Because he's seeing Lord Vasudev in the heart of everyone, and automatically he's giving respect to everyone. He's not disrespecting anyone. But because he did not stand up, Daksha Prajapati could not understand. He thought he is insulting me. Then that tendency to offend Shiva again came, and he had to be punished again. Then finally he surrendered to Shiva. Like that, our Srila Bhakti Hridoy Bhum Goswami Maharaj, he played such pastime. He told that in past life, in that horoscope it was seen, that he had some quarrel with his guru. That is why he had to take another birth. But he quickly became sannyasi and everything, and was also engaged in everything. But again, that tendency came to have difference of opinion with guru. Then there was problem. But then he solved it by prayer, by surrender and everything. Then it was solved. So this tendency may go from life to life. That is why I may have certain samskaras for like certain type of enjoyment because of past lives, there's so much habit. But someone else will have another tendency. Someone for wealth, someone for name and fame, someone for sense enjoyment. That tendency is there, acquired. So unfortunately, these are the subtle laws of material nature. You will have to get fruit of your action. Unfortunately, people in this modern age do not know how these laws are working. Having no knowledge of the eternity of the spirit soul and its transmigration, the population of the present age is in the greatest ignorance. Because of this, it is said in Bhagavatam, Manda Sumanda Matayo Manda Bhagya Hi Upadrutaha. The total population in this age of Kali Yuga is very bad, lazy, unfortunate, and disturbed by material conditions. So the point is, we don't know that there are consequences to our actions, and you will have to get it. But they think, no, I will, by my power, I will kill people. No one can do anything to me. I have money. Nothing is there. But you will have to get in this life or in next life, but once you will have to get. So, also, yes, before I wanted to tell that Bhaktivinoda Thakur even went so far to say in that Bhagavatam lecture, he spoke to those modern like this. There, if you read how he's explaining, very careful about those prejudices. There he told in Bhagavatam there are also like descriptions of hell and heaven, enjoyment of hell. So many hells, if you do this sin, you'll get. So that is not actually real. That is only to frighten people that they will do good work and not bad work. In that way he had to tell. Otherwise they will say, this is mythology. This is what is these fairy tales we reject. So they have to preach in this. But when they will get proper qualification, then they will be able to understand what Bhagavatam says. When they will have that qualification. But if they outright reject Bhagavatam, then how they can take the process and how they can realize. So those hells are real. And our Guru said, we had in school this. If you do this sin, then you will, at the time of death, you will go to that kind of hell, you will have to suffer. But nowadays, we don't want these fair religions. Everything based on fear. Fear of, no, we don't. God is all love. So what you are telling, there is any punishment like this. They have such thinking. So how you will explain to them? That is why here Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj is telling, we don't have this knowledge of eternality of soul and law of karma. That is why we are acting like anything. We don't care. But gradually we have to make them understand that there is a consequence to our action. But again, in proper way, so that they will not immediately reject. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said that is all like imaginary. It is only to make some fear. But it is not so. And how Shukadev Goswami described the universe, you will be amazed. Then how you will match this with like modern scientists, and they're also lying so much for their own purpose. Then people with such scientific prejudice, when they will read Bhagavatam, they will reject everything. But our Srila Bhakti-Rakshak Sridharadev Goswami Maharaj explained that time when we will read, I will explain how he told what is this. But again, who can realize this? That is the problem. If there is no faith, the transcendental faith, because of no Sukriti, then you cannot believe these things. What to speak of realizing, you cannot believe. So they will reject. That is why Parangurudev told, you cannot read Bhagavatam, you cannot present Bhagavatam to those who have no faith. That awaken, that transcendental faith, Shraddha. Those who have Shraddha, at least they will hear, they are not seeing directly, not realizing, but at least they will have faith, or that this is good and like this. By practice they will realize, but those who have no faith, they will totally, this is all bogus. Tomorrow we'll have Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol. When Prabhupada sent Srila Bon Maharaj to London, he told him, you wear nice cloth. Otherwise, by their prejudice, they will think one beggar from India came. What he will tell us? So Prabhupada said, you have to wear this nice gentleman cloth, otherwise they will not hear you. So like that, you have to be careful with presentation, that due to prejudices, immediately they will block, and before you come to the substance, what is the point? जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गांधर्विका गिरिधारी जीव की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग श्री श्री राधा नयननाथ जीव की जय। जय श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ देव की जय। जय पतित पावन शिला गुरुदेव की जय। जय शिला परम गुरुदेव की जय। जय शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। जय श्री रूपानुग गुरुवरे की जय। जय श्री पंच तत्व प्रभु की जय। जय श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी देवी की जय। जय सर्वविघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नृसिंह देव की जय। जय श्री श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय समागत भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल। थैंक यू ऑल। दंडवत प्रणाम। हरि बोल।